Hello everyone, welcome to Khan Studio. Today's video is a recap of Kraven the Hunter 204, where an ordinary man becomes the ultimate hunter and assassin. Before we dive in, please like and share to support us. The story begins in Russia. New prisoners, including a man named Sergei Kravinov, prisoners 0410, are sent to a remote prison. As soon as he arrives, the fierce leading actor takes down two inmates, drawing the attention of Corny, the prison gang boss, despite being a prisoner himself. Corny wields power like a kingpin. He suspects Sergei isn't an ordinary prisoner but an infiltrator. Sergei boldly reveals himself. He's the Hunter, a legendary fighter with superhuman strength. Corny orders the door shut and prepares to teach the new guy a lesson. But before they strike, the leading actor rips a fang from a book rug and uses it as a weapon to defeat everyone. Then he stabs the fang mercilessly into Corny's neck. Mission complete. He escapes the prison with lightning speed, leaping over tall buildings with ease, dodging bullets like a beast unleashed. He reaches the meeting point, boards a helicopter, and it's revealed he has taken countless lives before. Flashback 16 years ago, Nikolai Kravinov, a mafia boss, picks up his two sons from a boarding school in New York, teenage Sergei and his half-brother Dmitry. He delivers grim news their mother has taken her own life. Nikolai refuses to hold a funeral, calling her weak for choosing to give up. Sergei grows bitter toward his father, but he can't oppose him. Nikolai then reveals plans to take both sons on a hunting trip to capture a legendary giant lion called Tsar. He believes this journey into nature will toughen them into real men. Meanwhile, in Zania, a teenage girl named Calypso consults her grandmother's ancient tarot cards, intrigued by their mystical powers. Sensing danger ahead, her grandmother gives her a sacred family elixir, marked with a spirit symbol, claiming it could open gateways to another realm and heal wounds miraculously. It's a gift for desperate times, and that time is near. She tells Calypso to guard it well. One day, she'll need it. Back in Africa, Nikolai teaches his sons by hunting a wild buffalo, emphasizing bravery over fear. Humans are deadlier than beasts. He warns them, never fear death, for animals are prey, but men are predators and far more dangerous. Turning to his younger son, Nikolai harshly demands strength, not weakness, like their mother. This stings both boys deeply. Privately, Sergei and Dmitry confide that they despise their father's cruelty. Despite different mothers, the brothers share a strong bond and mutual resentment toward Nikolai, especially during nights around a campfire. Nikolai reveals their true mission to fellow hunters: to slay the legendary Tsar, a giant lion said to have killed countless hunters. He believes killing a legend will make them legends. At dawn, the hunting party led by Nikolai resumes the chase. Meanwhile, a young businessman, Alexei, tries to propose a business alliance to Nikolai, only to be mocked for being powerless, nameless, and weak. And physically frail too. Alexei fumes silently. The brothers are forced to continue hunting with Nikolai. Fate brings them face to face with the mighty Tsar unexpectedly. And when the leading actor locks eyes with it, he feels something stir within. He lowers his rifle, allowing the beast to slowly approach him, but a gunshot shatters the moment. Nikolai fires, shouting for his sons to run, but one shot can't stop the king of the jungle. The mighty lion charges furiously. The mighty lion pounces and seizes the leading actor, dragging the boy deep into the tall grass. At that moment, Calypso happens to be exploring the forest with her family. She wanders off on her own, drawn by a mysterious force, finding the giant lion dropping a bleeding teenager to the ground. Seeing the blood dripping onto his wound, Calypso recalls her grandmother's words and gives him the magical elixir she just received. The young man is rushed to the hospital. His heart stops for nearly 3 minutes, but by some miracle, the blend of the lion's blood and the ancient elixir alters his DNA, reviving him in a way that baffles even the doctors. During recovery, he discovers a tarot card in his pocket, a gift from Calypso, the girl who saved his life. When he returns home, his father scolds him for hesitating to kill the lion, nearly getting himself and his brother killed. Nikolai boasts about his own victory, showing off the lion's severed head mounted at home. A grim trophy of triumph. Nikolai declares that the leading actor will inherit his criminal empire, while Dmitri is to study abroad in America. Those words ignite deep anger in the young man, especially after finding a farewell letter from his mother, warning him not to follow in his father's footsteps. Enraged, the leading actor bursts out, saying the lion should have killed Nikolai and swearing he will never become like him. Grabbing his belongings including the tarot card and elixir, he tries to flee. Dmitri catches him, but listens as Sergei explains. Something inside him has changed. Dmitri tearfully lets his brother go. The leading actor escapes to a secluded house in the Russian wilderness, a place filled with memories of his mother. One day, standing in a meadow, he freezes in fear as a herd of buffalo stampedes toward him, yet they pass him by harmlessly, as if sensing something within him. Haunted by visions of his mother's loneliness in an asylum and his father's brutal teachings, a hidden power awakens inside him. He crafts weapons, hunts deer with supernatural speed, and soars over hills like a wild beast. Scaling tall trees with ease, he spies hunters butchering dozens of buffalo for trophies. Furious, he claims the land as his and ruthlessly slays the poachers. Cut to the present, the leading actor has just assassinated a criminal boss. His pilot flies him back to his forest home. Checking his phone, Sergei sees a rare apology from his father and a message from Dmitri, inviting him to his birthday party before leaving for America. Sergei continues to protect animals, battling mercenaries invading the sanctuary. With beast-like combat skills, sharper senses, and deeper bonds with wildlife, Sergei isn't content with taking down minor offenders. He tracks down the masterminds behind the atrocities. Following a license plate from the poachers' convoy, he storms a corporate office and coldly eliminates their leader. Meanwhile, Calypso works as a lawyer in London, mourning a close friend who died standing up to crime was corny. She's stunned when Sergei approaches her at the funeral, revealing he's the boy she once saved and handing her the tarot card. Calypso is shocked. She believed he died long ago. She confides she still carries her grandmother's tarot deck too. Sergei expresses sorrow for her loss and reveals he has avenged her friend. Curious how he managed it, Calypso listens as he simply states, "I am the hunter." That night, she confirms through the news, Connie was killed in prison, allegedly by a mysterious assassin known only as the Hunter. When they meet again, Sergei explains he's been searching for her ever since killing Connie was his way of repaying her kindness. Though Calypso disapproves of revenge, she admits Connie deserved it. She knows Sergei's father is a notorious mafia boss and wonders if Sergei followed the same path. He admits he almost did. But after she saved him, he chose to reject his father's legacy and vowed to destroy men like him. Sergei says the Hunter is just a nickname he prefers to be called Kraven. He's not from around here. He's only in town visiting his brother. Sergei asks Calypso for help using her legal connections to expose criminals. Although she hesitates, Seeing the list of Sergey's targets, she warns him. Getting involved could endanger people he loves. Elsewhere, businessman Alexei, once rejected by Nikolai for being useless, has risen as a powerful underworld figure. Hearing rumors of the hunter, Alexei orders his men to investigate if the myth is real and plots to take over Korny's criminal empire. He offers to partner with Korny's former right-hand man. Alexei proudly reveals his new alias Rhino and removes a device embedded in his side. His body now bulletproof, he easily shrugs of gunfire and pulls bullets from his skin. Korny's ex-henchman, awed by his power, kills his rivals to become Rhino's sole ally. The scene shifts to a nightclub owned by Dmitry. That night, Dmitry plays piano for Nikolai, unaware danger lurks. Nikolai meets secretly with Korny's old associate, who turns out to be Rhino's spy. Nikolai senses betrayal. And uses a hostage to shield himself as a gunfight erupts. As he lies dying, the traitor confesses Rhino ordered the hit. Rhino, furious at the botched assassination, receives a drive smuggled into his office. It contains Sergey's face and full background as Nikolai's son. Suspicious of a trap, Rhino tasks the foreigner, an elite assassin, to verify the information. Cut to a Russian prison. The foreigner infiltrates alone, seeking clues about the hunter. His eerie ability slows enemies' movements just by making eye contact. After being caught, he seizes a guard's gun and kills him instantly. Meanwhile, Sergey reunites with Dmitry to celebrate his brother's birthday, a yearly ritual fueled by guilt. At a club Dmitry owns, they reminisce. Dmitry reflects that their father was right about one thing: humans are the most dangerous predators. Suddenly, Nikolai shows up, spoiling the night. Though Nikolai urged him to forget the past and focus on the future, the leading actor never trusted his father. That night, he couldn't sleep and chose to rest on the ground, just as he used to. At dawn, returning to his room, he found bloodstains on the bed and Dmitry was missing. From above, he spotted his brother being abducted and even noticed the brand of cigarette the kidnapper discarded. Without hesitation, Sergey leapt from the balcony, chasing the van with superhuman speed. He smashed the windshield with his fist, but the driver didn't stop, confident the van's armor could withstand the assault. Finally, Sergey slipped off. Dmitry was sedated and taken away by helicopter. Sergey tried to grab the helicopter rope but failed. Desperate, he turned to Calypso for help, explaining that his brother had been kidnapped. Giving her clues, she contacted a private investigator. Based on Sergey's description of scars and the accent, they suspected a Turkish gang. Meanwhile, Sergey rushed to Nikolai's house, where he found a grim packaged Dmitry's severed finger. The ransom demand was $20 million with just 48 hours to pay. Nikolai had no idea who was behind it. Enemies surrounded him from all sides. Yet, stubborn as ever, he refused to pay, citing pride and reputation. Sergey, disgusted, vowed to rescue Dmitry himself without his father's help. Meanwhile, Dmitri remained alive but was brutally beaten. Calypso met her contact, who revealed the gang's leader Emir hiding in a monastery outside Ankara. But after she left, it was revealed the lead was fake, planted by Rhino. He ordered the foreigner to eliminate the informant. Unaware of the setup, Calypso urgently relayed the information to Sergei. Sergei traveled to Turkey and launched a one-man assault, taking down the gang members silently, until one captive screamed in agony, alerting the entire building. The gang swarmed him, but Sergei fought with supernatural prowess, overwhelming them until facing one thug, who accidentally called him Kraven, revealing they were after Sergei all along, under Rhino's orders, not just for ransom. Meanwhile, the foreigner examined the dead gangsters and found deadly rosary peas lodged in a neck wound, realizing their lethal potential. He tested it by killing a guard instantly. Its power was terrifying. Back at Rhino's headquarters, where Dmitri had been taken, Rhino taunted Dmitri, recalling a childhood hunt he witnessed with Nikolai. He cruelly revealed that his wealthy father refused to pay $20 million to save an illegitimate son. But Rhino's true goal wasn't ransom, it was to trap Sergei. Dmitri, confused, asked why. Rhino revealed Sergei's true identity, the legendary hunter. He explained his own transformation from a sickly man into a superhuman beast after meeting a genius biochemist. Professor Mind, the scientist, created a serum that enhanced Rhino's strength tenfold. His skin hardened like armor. He shattered tables with ease. Rhino proposed a deal: join forces with him to overthrow Nikolai. Dmitri refused with conviction. He had been belittled all his life, but he would never betray family. Seeing words fail, Rhino aimed a gun at him. But at that moment, urgent news arrived. The foreigner reported Sergei survived and was heading their way. Sergei, meanwhile, called Calypso, warning that her life was now in danger. Rhino had planted false leads. Sergei urged her to meet at a freight station for safety. As they spoke, she spotted suspicious men entering her building. She grabbed her grandmother's elixir and fled. When they reunited, Sergei took her to a remote cabin, explaining they were both being hunted now. At Rhino's office, the foreigner revealed his personal vendetta. Sergei had killed his mentor, Korny, the assassin Sergei slew early in the story. He vowed revenge. He also unveiled the lethal rosary piece Sergei had used against the Turkish gang. Back at the forest cabin, Calypso explored Sergei's collection of ancient weapons, mystical herbs, and rare poisons. Seeing the deadly rosary piece, she warned Sergei of their dangers. He countered they could heal as well as harm. Inspired by Calypso's elixir, Sergei had been studying natural remedies ever since. He wished to recreate such elixirs, but Calypso explained only her late grandmother knew the formulas. She urged him to focus on saving his brother first. Meanwhile, Rhino dragged Dmitri deep into the woods. He proposed an alliance: Rhino, Sergei, and Dmitri. If Sergei refused, both brothers would die. Sergei immediately rejected the offer. He would never partner with evil. Rhino rallied an army of mercenaries, while Sergei prepared handcrafted weapons and called upon the wild animals. Together, they prepared to defend their home. Meanwhile, Dmitri managed to slip away from his captors, but Rhino no longer cared about the younger brother. Seeing his assassin squad nearly wiped out, Rhino launched Plan Bien. He ordered helicopters to drop bombs. Kraven ran, but was struck by a poison dart fired by the foreigner. Hallucinations overwhelmed him. He imagined venomous spiders crawling over his body. The poison triggered terrifying visions. As the toxin spread toward his spine, he struggled to breathe. Disoriented, Kraven wildly attacked tree trunks, mistaking them for enemies. The foreigner mocked him, saying the mighty hunter was easier prey than expected, but before he could land a killing blow, the leading actress shot an arrow straight into him. She rushed to give Kraven the ancient elixir. Meanwhile, Rhino's men recaptured Mitri. They reported that Kraven had been eliminated by the foreigner, but before they realized, the foreigner was already dead. Rhino, thinking Kraven was finished, planned to ransom Dmitri again. Confident that now Nikolai would pay, Rhino set off only to find a stampede of wild beasts charging toward his convoy. Rhino gulped down another serum dose, yet the wild herd flipped their armored trucks. Kraven appeared charging at the now mutated Rhino. The beast could lift a whole truck effortlessly. Despite Kraven's fierce attacks, Rhino was unfazed until Sergei jabbed a metal rod into a weak spot. Finding Rhino in steel wires, Kraven hurled him into the stampede. The buffalo trampled Rhino mercilessly. Dmitri grabbed a weapon, ready to kill Rhino, but Kraven stopped him, refusing to let his brother stain his hands. Cut to the northern Russian wilderness, Kraven confronted Nikolai, having realized his father had deliberately exposed him to Rhino to test him. Nikolai confessed he knew all along that Sergei was the hunter, even without being told. Kraven condemned him for endangering Dmitri. Nikolai, unrepentant, insisted Sergei could protect his brother. Sergei vowed to purge criminals like Nikolai. Though he had spared his father out of bloodthirsty eyes, he saw Nikolai's cruelty clearly. As Kraven left, Nikolai heard beasts approaching. He grabbed his rifle but found it empty. Kraven had removed the bullets. As Nikolai muttered his final lesson, "Don't fear death, a bear mauled him to death." 1 year later, Kraven visited Mitri's nightclub for his brother's birthday, but Dmitri had changed. Surviving his ordeal had awakened something within him. With the help of a brilliant professor, he unlocked the ability to alter his appearance, shapeshifting at will. Dmitri now intended to take over their father's criminal empire. Kraven vowed to stop him from following a dark path. Dmitri, indifferent, urged him to return home. There, Kraven found a package and letter left by Nikolai. The letter said that Kraven, like his father, was born to be a hunter. Inside the box, he found a vest made of animal hide. Staring at his reflection, he remembered Nikolai's final words. "We are the greatest hunters the world has ever known." And the movie ends here. This was Kraven the Hunter. It scored 5.5 out of 10 on IMDb. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a critic score of 15%, but audiences rated it 73%. If you enjoy this genre, give it a thumbs up. You can watch the full movie on Apple TV. Thank you for watching Khan Studio, your place for fun and thrills. See you next time.